Pranam, Rashmi. All right, we'll start our today's session. Today is 18th of December 2021, and today's topic is destiny is not by chance, it is by choice. So first, we'll understand what is the destiny. So-called what we know, what is a understanding of destiny. Then we'll go into the further discussion and how destiny is created, and then finally the how destiny can be created by choice, like how we can make the destiny we want, we like to live as per that. So that will come to the third section of the discussion. So first, let us start with what we consider as a destiny. See, whatever we are experiencing in our life or going to experience, normally it is depending upon the many factors, like where we live, to whom we live, what how we interact with other people, what are the situations we are facing, what is the type of economic condition we have, and what is the type of intellect we have, what is the type of work we do, and these are the many factors that determines our things, or even the the family we born in, the uh, nationality, our locality, all these governs our experiences. And of course, there are something called, which is the authorities and rules and regulations and governments. And so we have to abide by all those things. And that also shape our experiences when we go through our life. So those are the parameters we have been given to. And as per that, we live our life, and then accordingly the experiences come. Now, the question is that that how these kind of situations or circumstances or interactions are created, which actually gives us those kind of experiences. What we call it is happened by destiny. Like these are actually in the planning has been done at our soul level. In fact, before we take birth, most of the things have been planned already. What are the type of things we're going through during the life process? And this plan is, as last session we discussed about the law of karma, that what happens is that because of our free will, we generate a lot of karma. Or our three, what are the three free will elements we have under our control? Our own thoughts right now, our words, what we are going to say right now, and one actions we are going to take right now. These three things are our under control. Our control of our ego mind. These are can be utilized, and because of that, the karmas are generated, which imbalances the energy. I given an example of pendulum, etc. I'm not going back to repeating the same thing. But once karma is created, if it is not settled within this life, then it needs to be passed on to the next life. So what soul does, it plans the next life accordingly, so that maximum number of the karmic debt, what you have to repay, you are able to repay. And that is how the situations that it was planned, to whom we'll meet, which family will born, when, who will be our siblings, who will be our parents, and then to whom we'll meet, what kind of education we'll have, what kind of friends we have, to whom get married, and finally who will be our children, and all this kind of stuff. All these are planned at the soul level beforehand. So now when these things has been played, so those are occurring so that we can repay that. Suppose somebody has done some service, I could not give a return, so we have to give a chance to return the service in this life. So that's what is created. So if you see that way, that is called destiny, which has been already written by nobody else. Nobody is punishing you or rewarding you. It is our own soul has written that so that you can pay the debt. You are in a position to repay and settle all the karma. The goal of the soul is to get out of your debt as early as possible so that you get liberated. But to get liberated, you have to settle all these imbalance energies. So that's what they are planning to do. So basically what happened, we created something. So, and we could not settle it, then it has to pass on to the another life to get those things kind of settled. So that becomes our destiny. So in other words, our previous karma. So by the way, what I'm even this our present life karma also can be repaid in the same life, and that is also part of our destiny as well. It is not only the past birth thing. In the same life also, it can repeat. It can happen. The same action reaction can happen in the same life. Yeah, that also become part of our destiny. Anyway, so in general, destiny means that something we have done in the past, and that becomes a sanchita karma. Now I explain what the sanchita karma is. Destiny happens when it becomes a prarabdha karma. When it gets downloaded, it gives effect, it becomes our destiny. We have to face it. If I have a prarabdha karma of undergoing some disease, suppose I will have some cancer, and that it is downloaded. The originally that is when it was created in the form of a seed, Karmabij, but when it is downloaded, it will now give a fruit, the Karmaphala I have to undergo. So that becomes our destiny, because so this is how it works. So at whatever we do, that goes into sanchita. Sanchita becomes, if it is happens and settle in the this life is fine. Otherwise, it is soul's plan. It has been, they plan it that way. Our relationships, our economic condition, educational level, to whom we meet, and what are the kind of things we have to face. All these are planned. It comes into that play when the life is running. Those comes as per the plan, and then we undergo that, and that becomes, we call it our destiny. And but the destiny has nobody created. It has created our own soul. Why it was created? Because our own previous karma. And that previous karma we did out of our own free will. So this is a cycle. The cycle is clear. We created something, imbalance. If it is settled, fine. If it is not settled, go to Sanchita Karma. Sanchita Karma can travel lifetime, not only one, it can travel many lifetimes. Then in the soul design, at the end of each birth, soul design the new birth so that they can settle maximum amount of karma. So the plan is such way that you can settle all this karma. So that Sanchita, accordingly plan is made, that Sanchita Karma downloads that plan, become Prarabdha, and then it plays into our life. So when it happens, most of the time we don't know what happened before, or sometimes we do it unconsciously. Even if same life you have done something, but unconsciously, you don't know. So it's because of some of your thoughts, words, and action, somebody, somebody's, we created pain in somebody, or somebody has lost their health, or say mental stability or something, we bind karma. So even though intentionally there was no intention to do it, but as a result, it's all about the energy. So it is the energy imbalance happened, then we bind the karma, and that need to be settled. So anyway, So so that big, ultimately, if you see that whatever the destiny, we call it so-called destiny, is actually created previously by us. If it is lifetime before, then we don't recall. We feel that injustices are happening to us. We don't deserve it. मैं किसका क्या कुछ बिगाड़ा? We did, otherwise it will not come. Because we did, either you forget, we did unconsciously if it is same life, or it is coming from the previous lifetimes, which we don't recall, of course. Unless until you go to the fourth body level, spiritual level, you cannot know your past parts. Yeah, that is also true. But the energy need to be balanced. It will not see whether you know or not, you don't know. I've already given example earlier that in 2 years old child go and put his finger into the electric socket. The 2 years old child gets shock, electric shock. 2 years child doesn't know that is electricity. It is not an excuse. Shock will be still given. The action will have some reaction. Whether you are aware of it doesn't matter. In fact, you need the awareness to protect yourself. Anyway, so this part, I hope this part is clear. This is basically, I'm repeating whatever I have done in the law of karma. This is not a new thing. Okay. Now let us come to the next stage. Okay, so what is this? When it comes to facing this life, and circumstances come, so because it is as per the soul's plan, we have to undergo this. We have to settle, otherwise it will not go. How to do that, we have already discussed in the last session, that meditation and Kriya regular is the key, and being in the awareness. See, the Kriyaman karma, at least we should be careful so that we don't bind any new karma, which is called Kriyaman karma. So this is like you're throwing an arrow. Once arrow is gone, then you have no control. You cannot take it back. It will give its effect. So in this particular case, so whatever, at least what we can do is, so it is what we can do, at least we should not increase our burden. We have to come and assess whatever the situation we are in. Here, as once we understand that it is nobody else to blame here. We did something, we have to face something, and our soul only created it, planned it, so that we can finish it quickly. If we understand this, then the passing through that become easier. With this understanding, the facing this life become easier. Then we don't find anybody to whom to blame. We then, first thing, we have to accept it. We have to accept as it is. That more you go into the conflict and challenging, more painful it will become. So what we need to do is, we have to live a life like I already explained, Jal Kamal Vat Jeevan, like being the lotus in the mud, even the water cannot touch you. You will face all those things. So as per the karmic thing, it will happen. But if you have this kind of understanding, the acceptance and the awareness, it is for my ultimate good. I have to pass through that. I cannot shy away. If I don't face it, it will transfer to the next life. There is no way. If I have to pass the school, then I have to go through all the exams in the college. I mean school. I have no shortcut. Exam cannot be taken away. Otherwise, I will never pass school. I will never go to the secondary or higher secondary exam. I will never come across, because I am not appearing in any exam. So this is how it works. So what the best strategy is, to prepare for the exam and pass through them as quickly as possible. If I am learning so fast, maybe I will get a double promotion, so that that way I can get out of some exam, but not by running away from it. And in this process, if we leave what happens is pain normally created by our intellectual mind, because it analyzes it, that's its job. But when it analyzes, it doesn't give a reason. The sum arithmetic doesn't match. The balance sheet doesn't match, because balance sheet has not started here. It started some earlier, but you don't know, or something unconsciously. You cannot balance it. And that's why people keep trying to match the balance sheet, and finally they could not, and they feel injustice is happening. Sometimes they got frustrated, going to downward spiral, poor me syndrome. Those kind of things we need to avoid. The first approach is with a clear understanding that whatever is happening, it is due to my own karma. Okay. What is the karma and all? Some of the things, it is possible. Karmas are stored in the fifth body. Fourth body, it can be downloaded and understood. Fifth body is called causal body. Cause of everything, what is happening in our life. So those karmas are stored there. So in that, what my own experience, my advice is, don't go into analysis of all those kind of things. It's no point. It is not possible also. It can be millions. You cannot go into all the details and go into what happened and this and that. Whose fault it was in that life. Okay. How does it matter? So ultimately what you need to do, we need to mitigate them as much as possible. So already we told those are your meditation, that you can roast your Karmabij so that it cannot sprout. Prarabdha karma, if you do regular kriya, then your Sushumna Nadi will get cleaned, then effect will be minimized. Effect will be minimized and you will not get effect. It will still come. If you have a karma that you will get hit by a road accident, maybe you will trip over a small stone and that's it. Okay, it will still happen, but the degree will be much less. So, and this kind of stuff, and to be very increase your awareness so that you are not generating any new karma. Because again, if the Kriyaman karma is keep on coming, it will go into the stock. So whatever you are minimizing effect, you will not see at all. You will not see that, and this you will not feel that there is any difference whatsoever. So once you do that, so Kriyaman karma is that needs your development of awareness and understanding. This is a spiritual awareness, not the intellectual. Intellectually, I understood this. It's not that understanding of the brain. It is the understanding of the universal laws and how the principle works and how the life works. This is a spiritual knowledge, or you can say that is called Brahmagyan, universal knowledge. Okay, universal laws came from the universal knowledge. Universal knowledge is called Brahmagyan. Universe is Brahman. Okay, so if we understand that and we follow the life accordingly, then we'll not generate any new karma. It is possible to have a zero karma life. All spiritual masters live zero karma life. What they do, they live a life of unconditional life. Like it is not dependent on somebody or something, even a praise, appreciation, return. They operate their life, but they don't expect anything from anyone. Because the moment the expectation comes and the seed of your unhappiness is already put there. So, and on top of it, if you demand that, no, these things to be done, and if you don't get, you get frustrated, you get angry, and all this emotional thing comes. When you go into emotional state, your vibration gets down. If you see the lower, less than 250, 250 is a zero, neutral emotions as per the PVF. Less than 250, the jealousy, anger, hatred, and all this kind of shame, guilt, all these lowers our vibration. And what happens is, because vibration is lowered, we attract that kind of experiences in our life. So similarly, means let me put it in a similar kind of example. See, suppose how much you can you can see. It depends. Suppose in the night you wanted to see something. It depends upon what is the power of the light you are holding. Yeah. If you hold a small lamp, you will see certain things, or a candle, you see certain things. Hand torchlight, you will see certain things. Then if you put a bigger light, like a um, floodlight, you will see something else. If starts your vehicle, the headlights, you will see further things. And if you put some kind of lights, what they put in the stadium and all, you can see many things, right? Same with the awareness. All in awareness is depending upon the vibrational frequency. So the level of your vibration depends upon it will determine your experience. If you lower the vibration, it will be like a lamp. You will see that much, and that much will be your experience. But if you raise your vibration very high, it will be like that kind of, uh, you know, the lighting what they have in the stadium. You can see each and everything. Even when the ball is moving, you can see that. You're sitting maybe around 500 meters away. You can see everything. So it all depends upon what is your vibration level, and that will give you the experience. Think about same thing, stadium, the game is happening, but you put a small torchlight in your hand. How can you can see? You see almost nothing. You see some shadowy thing here and there. Nothing else. Okay. So that determines your experience. And that experience will trigger your emotion. You will complain, why I cannot see anything, why I am facing all these things, why I am not been able to experience this game, and so on and so forth. You experience your game because you have a lower vibration. Increase your vibration, it will widen up. Okay, so this is same kind of thing here. So, or this is, so awareness level is like that. It depends upon our own vibration. Whatever I am holding, that determines my experience. Okay, so it is clear? Fine. So now already I spoken about the neutralizing methods, and this awareness is the key to have our future experiences. So if I don't generate any new karma, I have already spoke about zero karma life, with a high awareness, means I'm holding my vibration high, awareness high, so that there is nothing is hidden. I can see many things. So I will not go, I will not, without saying, I don't step into a, pothole or hydrant into the road, because I can see clearly. The chances of accidentally falling into a ditch will be almost zero, because I am having a full floodlight with me. The less light, I'll fall down. Then I said that, oh, this is who has dug this hole. Forget about who dug this hole. Hole is there before you come also. It is only you have to be aware. Okay. It is not about the whole. It is about you. Yeah. Okay. So if we understand this much, then from where that, you know, this destiny, if we understand the whole play of destiny, so if we don't binding any new karma, then we can, at least we will go into the reduction mode. Now come to the final stage of how we can do, Guruji Prem Nirmalji said we can have a designer destiny. Yeah? Uh, So designer destiny means you know, what you like to have in your life, you can experience that. Yeah? So by design. But before that, before you go to the designer stuff, you know, you have to settle all the debt, what you have to do. So if we take up this in a high awareness path, you raise your vibration, things will come, but it will not affect you that much. If you follow that in high awareness, high vibration, regular Kriya, cleanse your Shushumna Nadi, etc., so your effect will not be done, so you will move faster. So if then this fine moment, what will happen, the Guru Kripa happen, that also I explained in the last session. So all your pending karmic burden will be lifted off at one go. So then you get liberated. When you get liberated, you know, you will have access to the source code from where that soul's plan is made. Once the karmic accounts are taken off, then and you get direct connection, so you can say enlightenment, then you have a direct ability to access the source code, and you can change the source code, which will give you the experiences. That's what actually called the designer destiny. Okay. Means to do that, so to design something, you have to finish or get rid of the old stuff. No? And that process is only through Guru Kripa can happen. You cannot, uh, you know, means have both ways. Means you have to work towards that so that you settle that, then you write that what you are like to experience, and then you can manifest it. There are a lot of manifestation techniques, those will happen. And manifestation techniques are directly depending upon your vibration. We also explain the higher the vibration, faster and more accurately it will be manifested. So here the key is your PVF. The key of designer destiny is your PVF. Higher level of PVF, minimum 500 plus, love and above. 500 plus we will give you to alter your things as per that. In that zone, actually your self-interest also goes. Your the things, the way you feel that you will enjoy life, that goes. That the joy of giving become paramount. Whereas when people are working in the lower three chakras, joy of taking become paramount. How I can take it. So anyway, so those switch are triggered because they opened up higher level of satisfaction, higher level of joy, which these cannot give. Okay. This particular thing we will give you certain amount, open up certain about the avenue towards the connection to the divine. Then the self interest will be actually sidelined. They will be fulfilled, but you don't have to push for it. So that is the type of thing what I call it. Even if you asking something, say praying. So for you, so how many person you will pray? For you, one person, maybe your family, 3, 4 more persons, or maybe some close relatives, 10 persons, not more than that, correct? Think of the person who is praying for the humanity. Okay. So that means millions they're paying. So praying. So how much energy that will be attracted towards that person? Just by the numbers, think logically. You pray for 5, 10 people, or mostly forget about 5, 10, maximum 2 or 3. Okay. But if those people pray for the so 50 or 100 like that, so they will attract huge amount of energy. So because source is infinite. So what happens is that kind of energy, that kind of blessings, that kind of manifestation flow through that person. It is like you are not going with a container, cup, or bowl, or a glass, or a bucket. You are basically establishing a pipeline. Water will come from the infinite sources, sea, and it will be distributed. In that process, do you think whatever that person needs for his own life, own survival, he will not get a bucket of water from that? Of course, yes. Okay. That will be, even without asking, it will come to him because he is having the pipeline now. Continuously water is flowing and he is distributing it. Hmm. So definitely whatever his own requirements, that will be definitely met. Hmm. Even without asking. And that's how the divine grace works. Joy of giving comes, and if it comes through you, you get benefited automatically. In personal capacity, you could not have got that kind of level. It's impossible. Mm. But this way, you can get it. In fact, you can get it easily, easier. If you're asking only for you, it may take 2 years to pray for something to get something manifested, if at all. Because if your vibration is less than 250, nothing will manifest. Nothing. Okay. At least you have to have positive territory to manifest something. It'll take years. But if you're vibrating high, you're asking benefit of say 100 people daily. Think of the energy you are attracting. Because universe understand your vibration. It doesn't understand your language or it doesn't understand the logic. Logic you apply. Fairness and this and that. Those are your own mental setup. It's just a vibration. You attract, it will come to you. So that is what it is called the you can create on your destiny by this, by completing this your whatever is your soul has planned for this life, go it quickly. When I look back to the first part of the life before I come into the spirituality, because of soul automatically it knows, yeah. So I see, when I look back, I see all our account closing exercises. Physically or maybe mentally I suffered. I'm not saying that is a everything hunky-dory and nice. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying when I look back, I say it is better that I suffered that so that I get rid of it, so that I got qualified for something which is of much much higher value. If I do that, if I didn't have that kind of thing, then what used to happen is to push into my second part of my life. In this life, maybe I will never get any chance to get into spirituality or anything. So in that case, it is blessings in disguise. A lot of injustices happen, a lot of fall into the trap of a lot of conspiracies, a lot of these, and many people cheated me and all this kind of stuff. So, but end of the day, it's it doesn't matter. It's surrendered all yours. So, but if not, then I could have been into that circles. I could not have come to that trap of that, what is the right thing to do. That is another addiction. What is the right thing to do, and you fall into that trap and you're stuck into this kind of karmic life. What is the right thing to do? And much later I understand that is also another illusion. And that is from there my advice came. One of the teaching is that any situation in your life, you just see two things: to keep your peace of mind and to do the right thing. Always choose your peace of mind, even if at the cost of doing the right thing. Many people ask, how can you tell that you are in a spiritual line and you are supposed to tell us do the right thing? This is your dharma. You have to do that. Okay. This dilemma, when Arjun put in front of Krishna what Krishna did, you know that very well, yeah? Why should I kill my relatives? And that's what the question he asked in the beginning, correct? I cannot take weapon because they are my relatives. Hmm. Anyway, Krishna then he told it is Forget about the right thing to do, not to kill your relatives. Okay. This is now you have to settle it. Anyway, so when you, what I'm saying is, if you say peace of mind and your right thing to do, always choose the peace of mind. That is more precious. And so far as the question is concerned, how can you tell that you should not do the right thing? You go into your peace of mind. The answer to that is because I look at it from the spiritual point of view, from the spiritual level. That's why I'm suggesting you, whatever you think as a right, that is also an illusion. Don't fall into the trap of that again. Many people fall into the trap of doing the right thing and following the right ideology and following the fairness to the world. Who has given you authority to make the world fair? Okay. You do fairness with you keep your peace of mind. Of course, you do your duty as much as you can, but not at the cost of your peace of mind. If you lose your peace of mind, then you will lose that connection also. Forget about higher vibration. It will drag your vibration down. To help the humanity, that I'm giving you a statement, just note it carefully. To help the humanity, you need not to go and fight any war. You have to just hold the light, hold the power. People will get benefited automatically. You get connected and hold the light. Whoever is come in contact, they will get it. You can give them energetically. That will make their life transformed. That will be the justice. That will be the divine justice, not fighting some war, going to the street and going with some placard and thing like it will not. Okay, somebody else will exploit you if you go there. Nothing wrong, you can try and see. End of the day, you will get exploited by somebody or some group or something for some other interest. It definitely happen. Almost certain. Okay, but if you just get that, first you clean yourself, get into the purity, unconditional. It is not due to something. You just be yourself, human being, be, and that will share that energy, that understanding, that awareness you will share, that will help that other person. So it will be much, much more than getting any materialistic help. The people say that if you give a person one fish, he can survive a day. But if you teach him how to fish, then he can survive rest of his life. He can fish and eat, fishing and eat that. Same here. Materialistic help is a temporary effect. But the gift of this understanding, spiritual understanding, and this awareness will change their destiny. They will go into the liberated life, self-aware. I'm not bringing anything, importing and downloading into you. I'm not doing that. I'm just cleaning the mirror so that you can see yourself clearly. That's it. I'm just a cleaner. Okay. So that your eye is open. Eyes means this eye, your inner eye gets opened up. You realize who you are and rise above the circumstances. Circumstances is not driving you. Your own internal state of mind is driving you. And that's why in the same circumstances, people's experiences are different. So if we just reprogram our internal thing, our life experience will change. External will be as it is. But because of our internal things have been changed, awareness has increased, then nothing can touch us. That's what I was mentioning about Jal Kamalvat Jivan. We will just bloom, give our, this all around will the presence, the beingness, and then that's it. The purpose of life is served rather than fighting with all these things, the mud and all these things, what is happening here and there. No need. Okay. So that becomes your destiny by choice. Whether to walk on that path or not, you have full right, your choice, free will. Nobody comes and push you there. It's your choice to walk the path of liberation, understanding and awareness. Materialist thing will follow, but you will not go into towards that. Whatever you need, it will definitely come to you. Whatever you greed may not be. There is no end of greed. So that may not be. But evil for your own survival, because as I mentioned earlier, our soul plans everything for us. Soul does not plan any task which are going to fail. It doesn't give the task. It gives the task, they know that we need to learn how to pass it, and they will pass it ultimately. So that's how it is planned. So it is nobody else. We are putting task ourselves. So let us complete our task and go into that with this awareness, and then we get liberated ultimately from this. No more coming back. No more karmic thing, no more coming back. So what is our ultimate destiny? Let me conclude with this. Ultimate destiny is go back to our home. Where is our home? To the Creator. Merge with the Creator. We created from the One, the Source. Then soul consciousness, universal consciousness, soul consciousness was created, and so soul consciousness traveled mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, then human doing, then human being. Okay. First few hundred lifetime doing only. They don't know, spiritually unaware. So they are human doing. Just do. It's better class of animal. Then when the spiritual, something inside tells you what you are doing here, lifetime after lifetime, coming and doing this, repeat the same thing. Then the urge comes, something bigger. They try to realize I'm moving in circles, I'm in a roundabout, I need to find the way out. Which is the way out? Almost 50 lifetime goes into finding it out. Then after searching, then the divine send one guru. Okay. Otherwise, it is impossible to get any living master in your life. Impossible. That searching come is much earlier. Then also there are hide and seek happens, and touch and go. You still don't. Some judgment came, you drop it, and a few more lifetimes there as well. So then finally, when you get into that hold of it, you decided, no, it's not nothing to do with that guru. You decided, no, I have to walk the path. You have developed the sense of inquiry. What I'm doing, who am I, and what I'm doing here. Okay, take bath and go to education and all that, then take up a job or get married, start a family, and the children, raise the children, and their issues, and finally you finally get retired, and then go to some disease comes, go to some hospital, clinic, doctor, bill, that these things, bed, and thank you very much, and that's it. So what's this all about? So this kind of inquiry takes you to walk the path, to exit truth. You have to knock the door. It will not come automatically. Who cares if you're going in the circles, in the roundabout 500 times? Doesn't matter. Okay. You need to seek. You need to be aware that you need to be watchful that where we can get, where is the exit from this roundabout. Then only the help will come to you and you will get it out. And that exit will take you towards your home. You will no longer be in the circles. So that is your ultimate destiny. And that is 100% confirmed. There cannot be any other in that sense. There cannot be any other destination. In that sense, there is no heaven and hell. All are same, ultimately. This end of the things is same. And that thing, who will get us the final crossover, which is between dissolving all bodies and merge into seventh, that is moksha, final, no coming back. And that process will be supervised by Babaji, Mahavatar Babaji, for whole humanity. So we are blessed that we get in touch with him much earlier and given guidance on getting into through there. So that ultimate destiny, which is anyway happen. So let us do with two things is needed there to go ultimate things. That is pure love and pure light. Unconditional, pure love. It is not any of the love we normally use. What we made of, Prema Sarupa, made of pure love and light of awareness, fully lighten up. All the higher bodies will lighten up and we operate from this pure love and then we merge it there. That quality is good enough. And what you have to pay for, just again, for the sake of understanding, I'm saying, what you have to pay in that level, I cannot carry cash there, no? Something fourth body to fifth to sixth and so forth. What I have to pay? Only two things, love and gratitude. Okay, nothing more. We pay all our Guru Dakshina with love and gratitude and pass through. All right. Okay, with this, we'll conclude this session. So if you have any question, so please bring it forward.
Guruji, I have a question.
Yes.
Guruji, in this life also we have done so many karmas, and this is going to affect us. And in this life, you said that in this life also it can be nullified by some way.
Yes. What my advice is, don't go into too much of analysis, just follow.
Hmm.
You give your 100% to your sadhana.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Just give yourself, rest of the things will happen. You need to do anything. Okay.
Okay.
Rest of the things will happen. So don't bother, and even don't bother even the qualifications and how much and this. Don't bother into that. He said that when it comes to that stage, best approach is surrender. I
Okay.
surrendered my life to Babaji. Like,
Yes. Hmm.
ये भी तुम्हारा वो भी तुम्हारा. Okay, just surrender
Um.
everything.
Hmm.
Even your three things a daily. I surrender thoughts, word, and action, which is in three free will surrender. So whatever experience comes, it's your experience. You're experiencing through me. Because I
Okay.
don't exist. From where the experience will, my experience will come. I surrendered. Hmm. So that way, what happens is you establish a concrete, energetic path, and and you give your best. You go like
Yes.
you are selling a boat. The water will take you wherever you need to be. We are not controlling our boat anymore. When I try to control that, we do mistake. We do create more karma and do something. It is very simple. We need to do our best and leave it there. Our problem is we cannot leave it there. We get attached. whether it
Yes.
is emotionally attached, in the name of duty, in the name of right thing, in the name of something or other, we get attached. That string need to be cut. And nothing is mine. I'm just doing my duty and leave it there. Okay. And that is the key for that liberation, so that we don't get stuck with anything or any issue or convincing somehow. And in fact, we are so smart. No? We, so-called human being, we are so smart. We got a level when I call it self-conning. We con ourselves. From the children, they show the lollipop. The children go to get the chocolate.
Yes.
Something
Mm.
our mind does with us. Throw some lollipop and we go behind that, and that way con ourselves. Only awareness, which is higher than our mind, can take us out from this. Otherwise, we get conned every time. Every time in the external world, but the end of it is always negative. And that's what I say, the bahar kuch nahi rakha hai. Earlier we realized better. Means there are many things, but the thing is the way we try to, you know, take advantage of it, the end of the day is always zero. And that many masters has already told, many, self-realized poets and all singers, they know that. Okay, end of it all negative. Uh, there was just now some one song of the Bengali song of that Hemant Kumar is coming. হিসাব মিলাতে গিয়ে দেখি ভুল সবই ভুল. When it's came, yeah,
জীবনের, হ্যাঁ।
yeah.
হুম,
So when I start keeping an account, I'm just translating now. When I
হুম,
come to keeping an account of my life, and I found out everything is wrong. All accounts are. I cannot match them. Debit and credit doesn't match. I cannot match them. All the accounts. Anyway, so those kind of things comes from certain self-realization. So definitely came from somebody who is spiritually aware. I don't know whether he himself or not. It doesn't matter. But the message, whoever has written that, this understanding came from same thing what I'm telling now. जो बाहर कुछ नहीं रखा है. End of the day, even just for like a life led by say Amitabh Bachchan. He also, when he says, when थक जाते हैं life से, see his life also he थक जाते हैं. He should be enjoying and joyful. ना थकना क्या किस बात के है ना. He has a famous what is called name, fame, money, power, everything. Yeah? Anyway, so end of the day, it is always like that. All right. So
yeah.
any other question?
And
Yeah.
one more thing, Guruji,
Okay.
every time I'm spraying the insects, I have doubts what I am doing, but I cannot ignore it also, the insects. What to do?
Say it again. You kill insects?
Uh, yeah, I spray the insects. Sometimes I
Okay.
have to do. Sometimes I
Oh,
try to ignore and let them leave. But sometimes I have to do. Even when I am giving the contract to the pest control, I am also thinking I'm giving the contract to them. They are doing their duties, but the karma fall is on me, na?
yeah, that is yes. But see,
Mm,
you need to protect yourself also. Hmm. So you
yes.
first don't intentionally put anything. Put repellent kind of thing.
Mm,
It is better. Okay, not
mm,
killer. Hmm.
mm, mm,
And if you put some kind of mouse trap or something in your home, make sure you
mm.
release the thing to the inside some, you know, forest or far away land or something, so that it doesn't come back and things like that. So don't try to kill something as much as possible. Okay, so that's just to follow that. They just put some kind of repellent and all. Nothing wrong in that. You disinfect your home. That's fine. Okay. I'm
Yes.
not saying,
Huh.
yeah, disinfect your home, but don't directly, kill things. So if
Hmm.
they use some technique where the repellent will not allow anything to come in, that's all.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, good.
Thank you, Guruji.
Okay, God bless you. Yes, Vikas.
RPA, just one query. What is pure love? How to define it?
Okay, pure love is absence of all the emotions. What is your pure state? Forget about what is pure state. If you drop all the emotions, you are not moving under any emotions. The field when you landed up into is pure love. That is what we are made of. It is like a canvas. When a canvas, if you remove all the paints, the color what remains there is pure love. Basically, no color. So all emotions, when you remove it, when no longer control that, the background is pure love. Because we are made of it. It cannot be anything else.
Still, I have to चिंतन करना पड़ेगा इसके ऊपर.
Yeah, contemplate on that.
Okay.
Okay, like background is, there is actually, suppose what is there behind the sky? There is nothing. It's a space. Huh? But the sky is made of space. All planets and galaxies and all in that space. So there is nothing. Yeah, that is true. But if there is nothing, from where all these things are coming? Okay. So anyway, so that is a game of creation. So ultimately, the pure love is the pure love energy when solidified, then the human body or this is created. So it is now I'm giving a spiritual explanation. Okay. So if you think materialistically, you'll miss it. Materialistically, there is nothing. Okay. No thing, nothing. Okay. Pure love is, I'm giving you now spiritual answer. Okay. The truth, what my experiential understanding. The consciousness to human being, consciousness created pure love, and that pure love solidifies to make into the human being. Okay. So the pure love is a bridge between the source and the manifestation. So when it formed the consciousness, formed the pure love formed the human being. But the reverse thing is you have to experience pure love by dropping all the things you gathered into the physical dimension, even your brain construct, so-called your idea of love, all this has to go. Then you go to the pure love. And this reverse journey, you need a vehicle called awareness. Okay, so when you get out of this physical dimension, then you come to a level where only pure love and pure light awareness remains. That's what I was mentioning earlier. The pure love and pure light will take you to the destination, to your ultimate destiny of your soul, not the body.
Okay.
Okay? But
Difficult to difficult
materialistically,
to.
pure love, pure light doesn't exist materialistically. Okay? But this is the truth. This is how the consciousness plays. Yeah? Consciousness got manifested, and this is the reverse thing.
Can you just repeat again? I have not received it properly.
Okay. Ultimately, it is a universal consciousness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Universal consciousness create an individual consciousness we call soul consciousness. It's all in the consciousness. Soul consciousness, it wants something to experience things. So it is a materialistic thing. Yeah. Solid thing.
Yeah.
So universal consciousness has to undergo through pure love to manifest this. So universal, I'm sorry, the soul consciousness has formed that bundle of pure love. And that pure love, he's created this. Okay, that's why the human being are called prema sarupa, manifestation of love, this
Love.
love. Okay, but when reverse direction, when physical entity, the human body wants to merge into the
Merging.
consciousness, yeah,
Yeah.
so it has to get into your vehicle of your soul consciousness, and it has to pass through this phase with love. It is already created out of love, and
No.
but it needs also the light of awareness to go back.
Yeah,
Light of
Nirupam.
awareness, full of light. Or in my original explanation, you need a high
Torch.
power light to see the
Alcohol.
path. You need a floodlight that is full of light, and best is sunlight. Okay, wait for the new day to happen, and everything will be visible, and that is a complete enlightenment. Okay, contemplate on that. It cannot be logically understood.
Yeah. Uh,
Okay.
Nirupam here.
Yes, yes, Nirupam.
This true love, actually, I have done a lot of chintan on this thing. Can you just
Okay.
add what is my understanding of true love? So I
Okay.
just see. This is the way I have imagined it. Means there is a just imagination. There is an imaginary green field and greenery and all deers are there. There is a lake, a very beautiful place. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody is enjoying. Everybody is loving each other. Suddenly, a tiger comes, and the fear comes and it destroys the love. So
Mm-hmm.
that is the way you are telling. That is the when it is clean, when there is no fear, you just rub out all the fears. Then what remains is the
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is all fine. Both characters are fine. Tiger is also fine. Huh? But when you come, suddenly you got into the pure love. It is not that. Fear is absence of love. It is opposite of love. Their fear, if fear comes, then the love, not love goes, love become absent. That's why the fear can enter. It is like an absence of light become a darkness. So darkness has no capacity to create or remove light. Absence of light that. So tiger happens because there is a reduction into that. It is no longer a pure love. It has come down. That's where fear can enter. Okay, go ahead.
actually, I told in a reverse way. Initially, tiger is there. That is the
Mhm.
normal way when we exist. The fear of tiger is always present, and that is not allowing her to experience the love. Then when
Mhm.
you tiger you can throw away or you can kill that tiger of the fear, then that what remains is the pure love. That is the way
Mhm.
actually see, that is the sequence you have to think of.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, yeah. That is correct. The fear has to be annihilated completely. Otherwise, it is not a field of pure love. Like in a canvas, again, come back to the canvas stuff. Everything on the painted on the canvas need to be removed. Otherwise, background cannot be seen. Otherwise, even if a small line is there, still some part of the canvas will be hidden. No? So last trace of fear has to go. Then you'll be completely enlightened up, and then it will come into the field of pure love. Okay. Any other question? No question? Everybody is clear?
Rajdeep,
Yes.
I have a question.
One moment, Devu. Shweta, go ahead.
Sir, I want not whatever you explained today is very much clear, and this is in sequence of the previous series also. So
Correct.
I exactly don't have question here. I will go through this video again and again because it is full of immense knowledge. But what I want to ask that the video I was asking full for meditation and all those kriyas. So
Mhm.
this link I had previously also when I went through the initialization. Sorry, initiation. So, but the thing is, there are some noises in the background. So when I'm putting it in headphone, so do we
Mhm.
have any video recording later on the same thing? Just like you practice it
Okay.
this
Okay.
every day, like this after
Okay,
the
you
lecture.
check the site. I think Gaurav has did some kind of noise reduction of some of the videos. I'm not sure whether this one is one of them. Go to the
Sir,
link. Uma,
M-
yes,
MP3 is there, sir. MP3.
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 Okay,
I will search for it and I will share the
okay,
link.
okay. Okay. Send it to Shweta so that she can do that. So, and Shweta, why we referring to this old video? Because normally when we practice, even if it is recorded, we do only two mudras, right? Pran and Shikar. We normally don't do all five. Hmm. So that's why you're
Yes,
referring
sir.
to that video so that we can have all five mudras. That's why. Okay. But if necessary, we can do a fresh recording and upload it. If it is, with a good sound quality and all this kind of stuff. So we'll do that. But first, I'm sure it will be somewhere. I know that some of the videos already noise correction has been done and sound enhancement has been done. So you will get it from there. Okay. Otherwise, we'll record something new in near future. Okay.
There are some
Thank you so much.
there are some videos in the WeAreOne YouTube group. Uh,
Mhm.
I'll also check which has like your
Yeah.
Kriya home Kriya
Yeah,
session.
just full Kriya. Particularly that video is full Kriya. I don't remember any other video I've taken with a full Kriya and meditation.
Okay.
So we'll do that. So that's and find out if it is there. You send it to Shweta. Okay. Okay, Devu, please go ahead.
Yeah, my question was, you have said today that unconscious thought and choice also generate karma. So, but I was thinking they are not part of our free will, probably unconscious thought. So anything that generates karma is I mean, as a after effect of our free will.
Mhm.
So I was not being able to connect this two.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. No. See, drop the free will part. Okay. Free will, I was telling that these three things under our control for the next moment. Yeah?
Yeah.
This moment. What I'm going to say, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to think. Okay. So keep that in the part. Something else is there. Our thoughts, words, and actions generate karma. That is another reality.
Mm-hmm.
So does not matter whether I'm consciously thinking or unconsciously thinking. It will still generate karma.
But
Something
that's
is
not in my hand, no?
doesn't matter because these things has been created out of pattern. Yeah. Something conditioning has been done before. That's what your mind is thinking in that way. Currently, you're not doing the conditioning, but it has got a lot of childhood conditioning, educational conditioning, so and so thing happens. So our thought comes from that.
So that
So
means
what I'm basically
karma's
saying doesn't matter whether you are consciously thinking right now, which is fully under your control, or it is coming from your own, the
condition.
patterns we call sanskara. Okay, whether it's coming from your sanskara doesn't matter from where it is coming, but you took some action based on those kind of thought, and even your, mind also, ego mind also can guide you to do something. It appears to be right.
So how to take care of that unconscious thoughts?
Awareness, that is the key. If I'm aware what is going through in my mind, I'm aware. So before taking any action, I will respond to it. I will not react.
Unconscious
Whether
are not
I'm
aware. No?
consciously putting a thought or it is coming from my subconscious, if I'm aware, the platform is my own mind space. That's why we do the Chitta Pasana. That's what we do it. Whatever going in our minds has always been the vigilant mode. And then we'll know what is passing through your mind. Whether consciously we generated, unconsciously coming, doesn't matter. It will never be converted into action or words. Will not say based on those kind of thoughts.
But unconscious thoughts will anyway will remain because
Oh, yes.
I'm not conscious.
It doesn't matter whether you're conscious or not. The question will be then why you are not conscious, because it is giving effect to you. Same thing. I give an example of 2-year-old child putting his hand into the electric socket. Yeah? It doesn't matter. That child doesn't know. He's only 2 years old. Doesn't matter. The reaction he will get it. Because some action has been done, whether it's a conscious or unconscious, known or unknown, and it is justified or not justified, it will not see that. It will give you that response. So the key is the awareness.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yes, Vikas.
One small this thing. RPA, just my suggestion. Can we have one session for full Kriya and which is recorded?
We'll do that. Yeah. Normally we do it in the workshops. So because of the COVID thing, we have not been able to do, but we'll do that. That's what I told her, Shweta. We'll do that recording because as it is I can understand there is a requirement. So we'll do good recording only for the Kriya. Kriya and meditation, so that that can be uploaded. Yes, we'll do that. Okay. All right. Any more questions? Fine. Then, so in that case, yes, Uma.
Guruji, the more we do ego annihilation, we can reduce our subconscious, that pattern and all. Is it true understanding?
More, sorry, say it again. More you do what?
Ego annihilation. Ego annihilation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's correct.
We can get rid of all these
Yeah.
patterns.
See, what just I'm referring to again, what, Debu has also mentioned as now, I have some analogy came. Let me put it in this way. See, ego in annihilation means that in your mind space, think it like a field, a garden. Okay. If the garden is not maintained properly, then some plants can come which you don't want. I don't know what is in called in English. It's called agacha in
Weeds.
Weeds, yeah. It comes in the garden. Okay. So that weed, something maybe it is a poisonous fruit. It's having poison or the kanta. So best way to get rid of this, if I say that unknowingly it come into my garden, I didn't know about that. Those are the typical feature of our unconscious thoughts. So best way to do is you maintain your garden. You be aware, remove. You find out which is the weed and remove them and keep your garden clean. So that unknowingly, accidentally, nothing will happen. Yeah, that's what I was mentioning to Debu as a role of our awareness, to maintain the garden. Something will, if you don't take care of it, something will come. Vacuum space cannot exist. Something will pop up there. And you have no control. You didn't plant it. It is not a conscious. Okay. So in this, if you do regularly, like regularly you're mowing the grass or maintaining and take care of these plants, of course it will be fantastic. All the time it will be in a high energetic level, and that is the way. Yes, answer is yes.
Thank you, Guruji.
Okay, God bless you. Okay, all right. So I think Let us go for Priya and meditation.